You're out of sync and the moon's not waiting, because on June 24th it intersects a path that forces a total emotional reset. Most people won't feel it, not until it's already taken something from them. They'll keep scrolling, distracted and disconnected, while the moon reaches straight into their frequency and rewrites it from the inside out. This isn't a wave of energy, it's a precision strike. The emotional field is being scanned, old timelines are collapsing quietly, and if it feels like parts of your life are slipping, they are. By the time this moon finishes its move, the version of you that's been performing dissolves. Not everyone will notice what changed, but you will. Because once this moon locks in, your next life begins, with or without your permission. This moon is not just a phase in the sky, it is a turning point in your soul's journey. It arrives like a divine pulse from the universe, unlocking energies that have been sealed away until now. This moon brings a wave of spiritual electricity that will move through your emotions, your body, and the hidden corridors of your spirit. You'll feel it like a quiet storm stirring within you. Old wounds may rise, not to haunt you, but to free you. Long-forgotten dreams may whisper again, ready to be reborn. This moon awakens your inner compass, realigning you with your higher path, your true self. It doesn't ask for small changes. It calls for a transformation that reaches your core. This is your moment, not a coincidence, not a mistake, a divine appointment with your evolution. If you feel the energy of this moment, type "I'm ready" in the comments. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to join our growing spiritual family so you never miss a divine message like this one. On June 24th, under the glow of this powerful moon, the cosmos is not merely moving, it's orchestrating a sacred dance. This isn't just another date on the calendar. It's a spiritual alignment, layered with meaning, vibrating through the realms of astrology, numerology, and divine timing. The moon, in her luminous grace, becomes a mirror for the soul, a celestial messenger delivering truths that cannot be spoken in words but must be felt in the heart. In astrology, this moon forms an energetic gateway, a rare alignment that harmonizes the intuitive pull of lunar energy with the fiery momentum of planetary forces circling above. It's a blend of the seen and unseen, where water and fire merge. This union doesn't create steam, it creates clarity. The moon illuminates the shadows, not to shame us, but to reveal the sacred treasure hidden beneath them. During this moment, you may find truths rising about who you are, what you've outgrown, and where you are truly meant to be. Astrologically, the moon on this night activates a doorway between your inner world and the cosmos. It harmonizes with energies that stir your soul's memory, those deep, ancient truths that existed before your name was spoken into this world. This particular lunar energy forms aspects with transformative planets. Think Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. These are not soft energies. These are the archetypal giants, the soul forgers. Pluto brings the fire of rebirth, Saturn brings divine discipline and karmic reckoning, and Neptune calls you to dream beyond the veil. Numerologically, the date June 24th, 2025 carries the energy of the number 7, a deeply spiritual number linked with inner wisdom, divine truth, and mystic awakening. 7 is not a number of the surface. It is the seeker, the deep diver. When this number echoes through time, especially during a moon like this, it signals a moment for reflection, for sacred pause, and for inner alignment. It is the call to go within, to listen to the whispers of your intuition, and to release what no longer supports your evolution. But what makes this moon truly sacred is not just its placement in the stars or the frequency of its numbers. It's what it stirs within you. The moon is the keeper of emotional truth, and when she rises in her full or near full glory during an event like this, she opens more than your eyes. She opens the gates to your inner sanctuary. You may feel things more intensely. Emotions you've buried may return, not to haunt you, but to heal you. You may experience sudden realizations about your purpose or a longing for something you can't yet name. This is not confusion, it's awakening. Your spirit recognizes that this is a window, a portal, an invitation. Think of this moon as a lighthouse in a stormy sea. You may not know exactly where you're headed yet, but this light knows. It guides, it reveals. It doesn't promise comfort, but it does promise clarity. And clarity is a sacred kind of power. This is the moment when the soul speaks louder than the mind, when destiny pulls stronger than distraction. This moon is not asking for your perfection. It's asking for your presence. It's asking you to feel, to listen, and to say yes to the unraveling. Because only in unraveling do we find what's real. This is cosmic timing, this is divine design, and you are right on time. The energy surrounding this moon is unlike anything your soul has felt in a long time. It hums gently in the space around you, almost whispering, asking not for effort, but for presence. You don't need to reach for anything. It is already here, already circling softly, waiting for you to simply receive it. There is nothing to prove, nowhere to be. Just this moment. Just you and the quiet wisdom arriving from the stars. Notice the way this energy folds around your awareness, subtle but deep. You may feel it behind your eyes, at the center of your chest, or gently winding down your spine like a silver thread. It knows where to go. It knows what to awaken. This is not something your mind needs to control. It is something your soul remembers how to receive. Let it move, not with force, but with grace. The moon carries this grace into every corner of your spirit, stirring things loose, not to create chaos, but to bring you home to truth. As the moon's presence grows brighter, begin to tune into the feeling of release. The unspoken weight you've carried, the unhealed words, the tightly held fears, the silent disappointments, they begin to soften. This energy doesn't rip them away. It simply invites them to dissolve, to no longer define you. And as these old patterns lift, what's left is space, pure space. The kind of space where new beginnings take root. Feel the earth beneath you, not physically, but energetically, like an ancient pulse rising upward to meet the cosmic light. You are held. You are supported. You are not alone. Every breath that moves through you now is charged with this rare lunar frequency, a rhythm that mirrors the rising tide, the beating heart, the unspoken prayer within your spirit. You are not disconnected. You have never been disconnected. The illusion of separation is thinning. And this moon is the key that unlocks your remembrance. Now, gently become aware of the power of thought, the quiet strength of intention. This moment is not passive, it is alive with possibility. In this stillness, speak to yourself, not with noise, but with meaning. Repeat these sacred truths internally, slowly, like you're planting seeds deep into the soil of your being. I am ready to receive. Let each phrase settle into your system like soft waves. You don't need to force belief. You only need to be willing. And if you feel even the faintest stirring of resonance, that's all it takes. The moon hears you. The universe feels you. Your energy has spoken louder than any words. Now, envision, not with effort but with inner knowing, the version of yourself that exists on the other side of fear, doubt, and delay. This version of you doesn't chase, they attract. They don't beg for clarity, they embody it. They don't shrink in the face of uncertainty, they glow through it. That version of you is not some distant dream. They are already here, already awakening, already walking toward you with every shift you allow. This is not fantasy. This is soul memory. With every pulse of lunar light beaming down through the skies, this energy becomes more than guidance. It becomes embodiment. You may feel warmth in your chest, a vibration in your fingertips, a gentle awareness behind your forehead. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Your intuition is reawakening, your inner voice is returning, the fog is lifting, not because you forced it, but because you chose to be with it. Now, take a moment, not with effort, but with intention, to offer silent gratitude. Not because everything is perfect, but because even in the imperfections, you are still growing, you are still loved, you are still guided. And the energy of this moon has chosen this exact moment to meet you halfway. You are standing in the middle of a sacred threshold between the old that is fading and the new that is emerging. You don't need to rush. You don't need to perform. You only need to remember who you are, why you came, and what your soul already knows. The energy continues to deepen now, like the gentle tide pulling you inward. There is no rush, no urgency, only a soft unfolding. The moon's vibration is not here to push you. It's here to guide you. Every subtle shift you feel, every quiet sensation in your body is part of this sacred dialogue between your human self and your eternal self. The moon is the bridge, and tonight it is wide open. Allow this next wave of awareness to rise. You are not here by chance. Your soul chose this moment long before you ever knew its meaning. You were meant to feel this, to receive this, to be transformed by this exact energy. What feels like coincidence is really orchestration. And as you rest in this frequency, something ancient within you begins to reawaken. Feel the alignment now, not as something you must chase, but as something already present. All that you have asked for in silence, all that you have longed for in quiet prayer is beginning to take form, and not just in the outer world, but in the inner one. Because what truly transforms a life is not the changing of circumstances, but the returning to self. And this moon, glowing above, is a divine mirror, reflecting not what is broken, but what is ready to rise. Repeat again, slowly, letting the words vibrate from your inner center outward. I am the keeper of my own light. There is no wrong way to feel these words. Let them meet you where you are. Whether your heart is open wide or cautiously cracked, this moon does not judge. It simply shines, and its light does not discriminate. It reaches all who are willing to feel. In this stillness, you may begin to sense what is ready to be left behind. Perhaps it is an old version of yourself, a belief that no longer fits, a story that once defined you but no longer speaks truth. Do not fear the shedding. Even the trees release their leaves with grace. What you let go of tonight creates space for what you've always deserved but never thought you could hold. This energy doesn't just cleanse, it codes. It imprints light where there was once weight. It rewrites your vibration, not because you're broken, but because you're becoming more whole, more real, more you. You might notice a warmth growing in your body, a pulsing comfort in your chest, a peaceful weight in your belly, or even a tingling in your hands. These are not symptoms to analyze. They are signs that the energy is integrating, grounding, and blessing you. You are not floating away. You are arriving into yourself fully. Finally, let yourself receive that truth. And now, open a space within you for vision, not the kind made by effort or imagination, but the kind that rises from deep memory. Let the highest version of you reveal themselves, not perfect, not invincible, but wise, steady, radiant with clarity and calm. See this version of you not as distant, but as near. See them walking beside you, looking back at you with love. Not because you've reached some final destination, but because you finally remembered that you were always worthy of arriving. Now, speak this into the quiet. I am the vision. Everything I need is already within me, and everything I am becoming is already alive in this moment. Rest in these words. Let them echo beyond your mind, into your energy, your emotions, your breath. The moon continues to hold space for you, silently weaving this truth into the fibers of your being. You don't need a plan tonight. You don't need answers. You only need to know that this moment is real, this shift is happening, and this light is yours. You are not behind, you are not late, you are not broken, you are simply awakening. This is not just a meditation, it's not just energy work. This is sacred remembering. The moon is not just a light in the sky, it's a messenger. And what it brings tonight is not just calm or clarity, it brings your soul home. You may feel a soft release now, a sense of something settling, a quiet trust returning. This is the beginning. This is the threshold. And the moon is still watching, still holding you, still shining exactly when and where you need it most. The moon on June the 24th does not merely cast light across the sky. It brings a truth so deep, so stirring, that once it touches you, you will never be the same. This is not just about change, it is about complete remembrance. This moon does not offer subtle guidance or gentle nudges. It brings a full revelation. It pulls back the curtain of illusion and shows you, perhaps for the first time, who you have always truly been beneath the roles, fears, wounds, and masks. You are not what the world told you to be. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not the version of yourself that had to shrink to fit into places too small for your spirit. This moon delivers a profound, soul-anchored knowing. You were never broken. You were becoming. Every hardship was shaping you. Every delay was protection. Every detour was sacred redirection. The light of this moon reaches into the forgotten corridors of your being and brings to life everything you once buried. The old dreams you silenced, the intuition you ignored, the pieces of yourself you left behind to survive in a world that never knew how to honor your light. But now, that light is returning, not just to guide you, but to radiate from you. This is the moment your spirit has been preparing for. A moment where all the pieces begin to make sense. The pain, the setbacks, the strange timing of it all. It wasn't chaos, it was alchemy. And this moon? It is the final spark that ignites the transformation that's been building within you, quietly, patiently, relentlessly. You may feel a surge of energy moving through your heart, your spine, even your hands. It's not anxiety, it's not restlessness. It is power, pure, divine, personal power that is no longer asking for permission to exist. It is ready to rise. This is the turning point, the line between who you were and who you are now becoming. It is not a gentle fade, it is a sacred leap. For so long, you may have waited for signs, for guidance, for someone or something to tell you what you are meant for. But this moon does not deliver signs in the way you once expected. It delivers certainty. It removes doubt. It clears the fog. And in its place, you are left with vision. You begin to see your life, your path, your truth with new eyes. The confusion begins to dissolve, not because all the answers appear, but because you finally trust the part of you that never needed to ask in the first place. You may look around and realize what you thought was falling apart was actually falling into place. What you thought was ending was making space. What you resisted was actually the very thing you called in at a higher level of consciousness. And now it is here. The healing, the clarity, the rebirth. It is all here. And it begins within you. This moon brings a frequency that dissolves illusion. The illusion that you are small. The illusion that you are unworthy. The illusion that you are waiting for something outside of you to save you. The moment this illusion breaks, your soul stands up, fully. And the moment it stands up, you stop surviving and start creating. You stop doubting and start deciding. You stop searching and start remembering. This is the energy of spiritual sovereignty, of claiming your timeline, of choosing to no longer live by the scripts handed to you, but instead by the rhythm of your own inner knowing. You are no longer available for self-abandonment, no longer available for the cycle of almost. You are ready for arrival, and the moon, in her full presence, is here to crown this moment with power and peace. Everything you thought you had to wait for, you realize you already are. Everything you thought you needed to become, you already hold, and everything you feared you were losing. If it's not aligned with your highest path, it is not a loss, it is liberation. The most powerful insight of this moment is not found in an epiphany, a sudden burst of enlightenment, or some external miracle. It is the quiet knowing that you were never meant to chase the light, you were meant to be it. In this revelation, you stop trying to return to who you were before the world changed you. You begin to rise as who you are now, wiser, stronger, softer in the right places, and more whole than you ever imagined possible. You see yourself with reverence, not resistance, with compassion, not criticism, with truth, not hesitation. You step out of the echo of past versions and walk forward with the full force of your soul behind you. This is the embodiment of spiritual maturity, when you no longer need everything to make sense in order to trust it, when you no longer require the path to be clear in order to walk it, when you no longer demand guarantees because your faith has become stronger than your fear. This moon births that version of you. It brings the understanding that alignment is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about honesty. It's about listening when your soul whispers and trusting even when the world doesn't understand. It's about showing up for yourself with love, even when your voice shakes, even when the ground beneath you shifts, even when nothing around you validates the feeling. But you know it is truth. And in that knowing, everything changes. The power of this moment is not in what you gain. It is in what you finally release. The weight of pretending, the pressure to perform, the fear of not being enough, that all dissolves. Now you begin to carry your spirit, not your shame. You begin to lead with love, not lack. And you begin to trust your timing, not because it's easy, but because it's divine. This moon was never about just watching the sky. It was about seeing yourself clearly for the first time in a long time. It was about waking up from the sleep of spiritual forgetfulness and stepping into your highest memory, the memory of who you are, why you came, and what you're here to do. The moon doesn't change your destiny. It simply reminds you that you have one. And now you remember, not as an idea, but as a knowing that lives in your bones, your breath, your heartbeat. You remember what it feels like to walk through life with a sense of purpose that isn't shaken by circumstance. You remember what it means to live from your center, not reacting to every storm, but responding with the stillness of someone who knows they are guided. You remember how to listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. And what you hear now is unmistakable. You are ready. Ready to leave behind the version of yourself that waited for approval. Ready to stop asking who you need to be and start becoming who you already are. Ready to trust the way the universe is lining up behind your courage, behind your faith, behind your willingness to say yes to the unknown. You see clearly now what needs to go, the roles you've outgrown, the beliefs that kept you small, the habits that kept you tired. You no longer resist their release. You bless them, thank them for their time, and let them go, because you are not building your future with what kept you stuck in the past. The moon has spoken. It is time to rise. Type in the comments below, "I am aligned," and let the universe see your intention. You don't need to explain. Just affirm. Speak it into the energy of this space so that what you felt here doesn't fade into the background of everyday life. Anchor it. Own it. Declare it. not for attention, but for embodiment. Because when you say, "I am aligned," you are not pretending that everything is perfect. You are claiming that you are present, you are open, you are in harmony with what is unfolding, even if you can't see it yet. This moon was not random. You didn't stumble upon this video by accident. You were guided. Something beyond logic brought you here, not just to listen, but to awaken. The alignment we're experiencing right now is a call to action for your soul. The energy of June 24th is not just an astrological moment. It's a spiritual passageway, a divine checkpoint, a cosmic mirror showing you that you are not late, you are not lost, you are not broken, you are exactly where you need to be, and from here, everything can shift. Transformation doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives in silence, in stillness, in the soft, unshakable feeling that something has changed inside you. And that change is irreversible. That's the power of alignment. That's the sacredness of divine timing. This moment was written for you long before your eyes found this screen. You were always meant to feel this clarity, this release, this permission to become. So don't walk away from this message and return to who you were before it found you. Let it take root. Let it move you. Let it remind you again and again that you are worthy of every dream, every healing, every new beginning that your heart longs for. You are not asking for too much. You are remembering how to receive. And the more you align with this truth, the more your outer world will begin to reflect your inner radiance. As we move forward from this moon, stay close to this energy. Let it guide your choices, your words, your thoughts. Let it reshape how you speak to yourself, how you show up for others, how you trust the unfolding of your own divine path. You don't need to rush. You don't need to figure it all out. You just need to stay present. Keep walking. Keep choosing alignment over fear, soul over noise, light over doubt. This spiritual family we are building here is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about holding space for each other's growth, celebrating each other's healing, and walking this path of transformation side by side. So if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Every video here is crafted to support your awakening, to help you reconnect with the truth that has always lived inside you, even when the world made you forget. The moon may begin to wane in the days ahead, but the energy it stirred within you will not disappear. It is yours now, carried in your body, etched in your aura, activated in your heart. Let it guide you as you write this next chapter, not from fear or doubt, but from remembrance, alignment, and trust. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying yes to this moment. Thank you for becoming. This is only the beginning. And remember, your timing is not off. Your path is not lost. Your soul knows exactly where to go. You are aligned. You are awakening. You are ready. And you are never walking alone.